Hello, everyone. Welcome to this UK Prepper Network live. Not done one of these for a while. Yes, I will open it up to open mic a bit later on in the show. So if you want to join me on the panel, then you are going to be welcomed. But for now, good to see so many people in here already. Killer starting us off with a £10 super chat. Let's support this lad raising a horde raising a horde of children, many of them known to him by name, all whilst trying to keep us all alive at the same time. That is literally my mission statement for the apocalypse, Killer. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate the super chat. That's absolutely awesome. Before we start a mass sea of super chats, which of course I know there will be, not really. Don't forget, below in the description is two links. One's to PayPal and one is to Just Giving. If you're going to give anything, please use one of them, go towards our charity. That is the main goal, to raise as much money for the charity as we can. So there we go. I'll get to your comments shortly. I've seen some questions already in there from Phil. Anybody has any questions for me, then feel free to get them in now. And I'll try and catch up with them at the end. So let's just do a super quick recap of what's going on the UK Prepper Network. So it's not this month's main story, it's every month's main story. The growth of the Discord's been absolutely phenomenal. 468 active members, and that is after we've had a culling. It could have been more. We've already culled a couple. We might be culling some more, so hopefully you'll make the cut and you're active on there. But yeah, beyond anything I expected to get, it's very, very active. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with it, but that's why we try and separate out as much as we can. So you guys seem to be enjoying it. We seem to be keeping it quite well moderated. Any suggestions and complaints and all that lot, you're welcome to put them in. We've got sections for that as well. So as far as the network growth is going, superb. A couple of the zones. So if you don't know what the zones are, if you're a full member in there, which doesn't cost you any money, by the way, it's free. It's free. None of this costs money. If you're a full member in there and you're part of one of the zones, they've been doing their own competitions, and hats off to, I think is it Miss Worm's zone? Zone 2. I think it's Zone 2. Hats off to Zone 2, doing all sorts of awesome challenges in there and stuff like that, and keeping all their thinking minds going. We've also had a meetup with Zone 5, which I'm doing the admin for at the moment, putting maps together and stuff like that. So it really is working as far as a network's going. So I'm absolutely buzzing with that. And I'm sure you guys are as well. Speaking of the meets, network meets, right? So as far as UKPN goes right now, officially, we have one officially that we're organising, which is the main one, which is in Scotland, the bank holiday weekend, 28th, 31st of August, Bush Reviews campsite, £35 per pitch, not per person. So you can bring the whole family for £35 for the full long weekend. Happy days. Loads of stuff going. Anyone who went to the last one will tell you it's very well worth it. If you've not booked up, please do before it all goes. As far as other meets are going, I'm in talks with somebody in the north of Zone 4, I want to say. Zone 4. Is that Wales? North of Wales, anyway. Looking at a meet in North Wales, trying to get that organised as well. So that's potential. A couple of other people have approached me about one. So, you know, it's just doing the legwork and getting around. So hopefully we'll have a couple more this year as well. Not just the Scotland one, but the Scotland one will be the big one because it's been organised for so long. So hopefully can get as many of you as can to that. And we'll do another live taping of another live fireside from the meet, because we managed to do it last time, which was awesome. So yeah, that was superb. I've not added it up. Currently, the Just Giving funds stand at £334 that we've raised so far for the Bradley Lowry Foundation for this year for me doing the walk, which is the full West Highland Way, but in reverse, with all the kit, camping, etc. So really good so far. Happy with that so far. Had about just over £100, I think, through the PayPal as well. So it's around 450 thereabouts at the moment. There's other perks of raising certain amounts of money, which includes me in pain, which I'm sure you'll all be happy with. We won't go into the details of that. I'm sure you don't want to be bored with all that, but anything you can give towards the charity, then please use the Just Giving and click the gift aid, and then it all goes straight to them and they get a bit extra from the government. If you don't want to use that, if you're a bit funny like that, that's fine. Use the PayPal. If you're using the PayPal, please mark it for charity, because people donate PayPal for me as well, or for the expenses or for the costs and stuff like that. So make sure you mark it for charity if you use the PayPal. So there we go. So your questions. Let's get through into a few of your questions. I mean, I've got through that in record time. I'm gonna take a breath. So you give me a minute. It's almost like I'm trying to get it over with. By the way, we are on day 5 of zero nicotine, and we have a contingency in place at the moment. So this is a vape. This is a zero nicotine vape. So these, I've got a few of these, and this is all that I've had, and they are literally water vapor. So it's not feeding the addiction, but it's stopping the habits of things with my hands. So there you go. Just so you're all aware, when you say, I saw you vaping, it's not. It's a zero nicotine vape. Let me just, I've got your questions, Phil, already started. I'm just making sure I haven't missed any others before we jump into it. What was the last charity total we need to beat this year? I think we were well over. I don't think we'll beat it this year. We were like 2,000. Oh my God. Was it 2,100? It was just over £2,000, I'm pretty sure, last year, Snapdragon. It was an absolute awesome effort last year, to be fair. Just over 1,000 the year before. So we almost doubled it year on year. So I'm happy with anything. It all goes to a good cause. I was meant to suggest going to zero nicotine, as that's what I do. Yeah, it's helped evil, to be fair, because it's like it's doing something with your hands. Anyway, let's have a look. Phil has been in there early getting loads of questions in, so you guys have got time to ask me anything you want to ask me before we open it up and get some guests in. When do you think the fireworks show will start with a run? I've just watched a video sent to me, which was where's it gone now? Where has it gone? Hope for Our Times. So it was an emergency prophecy update, and inside that, I mean, if you don't believe that, that's absolutely fine, but what he was talking about inside that video was the things that he's actually seeing going on. Whether that relates to prophecy or not is entirely on your belief system. But he strongly believes it's from now till Sunday, so literally this weekend. So I'd hate to try and guess. I've got the cameras up. I've got a monitoring camera station on all the time at the moment to see if anything does happen. Watching Tehran, Tel Aviv, and a few others around that area. So hopefully not at all, but we shall see. if you think it will all kick off shortly with broader conflict, any last minute prep ideas before the herd panics and tries to rush to the shops en masse? Um, yeah, I mean, okay, so what am I doing at the moment? So I'm starting to look at the self-sustaining thing. I'm also starting to try and get some of the freeze dried as some extra long term. It's an expensive do in this country. I'm starting to build my miniature seed bank. Oh, more on that side. So there's only about 15, 20 packs in there at the moment, variations of different things. They're not just going to live in there. I'm going to start planting very soon. I've got my idiot's guide to gardening, which if you're on the Discord, you might have seen that picture of that one. And I've got a few different food from your garden allotment books and stuff up here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Last minute preps, if it all kicks off, would be fuel. The only thing I would say is if you're not already, then make sure the car's full. Make sure the backup fuel is full, because that's the thing that could probably affect us the most with this conflict is the cost of fuel, which sounds very, it almost sounds very insensitive, doesn't it? Like, oh, there's a war going on, but it's going to affect our fuel prices, so we're really annoyed. It's obviously, it's nothing like that, but yeah, that's the thing I would be looking at stocking up on at the moment. So, yeah, no rushing to the shops. We don't do that as preppers. You did a video about burnout and taking a break. If this happens, how do you know when to re-engage in prepping? Well, the key of avoiding burnout is to never disengage from prepping, right? So take a break from the media, the doom and gloom side of it. Don't take a break from prepping, still do stuff and still continue with it. So you shouldn't have a need to force yourself to get back into it. It's avoiding the burnout is the key. If you do suffer with the burnout, then I don't know. I would look at what motivated you in the first place, even if that was a bit of fear porn, as they call it. Yeah, and when to is there's no timeline on it. If I'm taking a break, only you know. Sometimes I take a day. Sometimes I might need to take a few days. It depends how severe of a break it is. If you know of people going on holiday who are not preppers to near a hotspot of danger, how would you advise them on safety? Just a nudge in thought. Yeah. I mean, if it's family, I'd strongly advise. I'd be open and honest. I'll say, have you seen what's going on over there? Like, this is all kicking off. Do you really want to be right next door to this if it all kicks off? And that's as far as it can go, right? There's nothing. Somebody's flying anywhere on holiday. You can't say, well, what you want to do is you want to pack, stick this in your luggage while you're getting on the plane. It's just not going to happen, is it? There's nothing you can do. Just be vigilant and make sure you've got a little SAS survival guide to read on the plane. Explicit content, does that mean sordid things going to be done to power banks? No, it just means if I go on a rant or anybody else goes on a rant. That's the point. I didn't get the disclaimer on. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, if anybody else goes on a rant, then I'm covered. Got a large bowl of noodles, so hope I don't spit out on PC as it's a 10 times. What are you on about? Norfolk, you just, I don't know what you're drinking tonight. Right, let's have a look, see what we've missed. Usually just use like talking to yourself. I'm just here to facilitate the chat room on the side. Snapdragon, we saw that one. Yep, there we go. Mick, how close do you think we are to World War III? I think we're in the prelude to it now. And it depends on your definition of World War III. Because if part of World War III is cyber warfare, then we are already in it. It's already happening. It's happening right now. It's happening when people are messaging me saying, "Oh, I can't get on my Amazon account today because of cyber attacks." So technically, we're already in it. When you're talking about big booms and big bada booms, I don't know. It's such a difficult call because I don't think this whole Trump and Iran thing will do anything, because Trump is just going to flatten them, and then nobody's going to stick up for Iran because they don't want to get on the other end of Trump. It's going to take a bit major clash for it to be World War III, and I don't see that being the tipping point. I think it would be Putin going beyond Ukraine, and that end up being the war with Europe, between Russia, China, and Europe, where, sorry to say, I believe the USA might just take a back seat to that one and watch us all fight it out. So timeline-wise, I've no idea. Definitely stuff going on this year, so just be as ready as you can be. John says March/April for sure, so he's a bit more definite than I am. Are they live streaming the horizon yet? So they're live streaming. I've got live streams of all of the cameras looking over the horizons. I tried the freeze-dried cake and cookies. Not bad. And a new knife. Nice. Freeze-dried cake and cookies. Who did that? What company was the freeze-dried cake and cookies with? Rockstar Chef. Be nice to know. Pentagon Pizza Index is a good indicator. Yeah, I heard about this. But we had a spike the other day. The pizzas and the pizza index about a week ago, and nothing major kicked off at the time. But how long do seeds last? I don't know. Anybody can answer that in the chat. Please feel free to. My understanding is they can last for quite a while, but it's the potency. So the longer they're sat there in storage, you might have to plant 102 sprout. Yeah, that again, little time. In the grand scheme of things, Trebor, it's horrible for them, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a little proxy war going on. Yeah, that's all that is. It's a little proxy war. I mean, when Pakistan and India had a bit of a bash towards the end of last year, I thought that could have kicked off to something bigger, but it didn't. And yeah, it's ridiculous. I think if I was going down the freeze-dried, I'd look at doing it myself than buying it. The markup is mental. Yeah, I mean, but the cost of a freeze dryer is mental. It's like $4,000 for a decent one. So what's mental at the end of the day? I've got some Augustin Farms coming, but only because it was a super cheap offer on one can just to try it. So 100% best prep would be petrol and diesel. Fill your car up, store as much as you're legally allowed. While it's only 128, we could see an oil shock if it kicks off with Iran. Yeah, massively, John. Hit the fuel top my fuel tank up tonight. Good stuff, John. I think we should have a grace period of, oh my god, look at it's all kicking off, and oh my god, look at the fuel prices. There should be a time in between there, but people might want to profiteer for that week where, while they can. Burnout, doing something not natural beyond the lifestyle. Yeah, I mean, I see that. I mean, somebody commented this on the video as well, right? So I did the burnout video, and it's more so something I see with new preppers more than anything, because they go in and they hit the ground at 300 miles an hour, and they're trying to keep up with everybody. Like, oh my God, he's got all this. I need to get all this. I need to go get myself a vest. I need to go get myself a plate, etc. And they get overwhelmed by it, and then it crashes, right? And they're just like, why have I got all this stuff? eBay. So that's what I see it more with. The fatigue I talk about with us is because we have this 24/7 people media now. Yeah. Not many of them are doing 24/7 fluffy kittens now. They're doing 24/7 the war, this, that, and the other, kicking off riots, marches, protests, and we are bombarded with it all the time now. Even if you don't have a TV, don't have a TV license, if you just use YouTube, everything, it's everywhere. And I think that's what causes the prepper burnout I'm talking about. Nothing to do with your own lifestyle. Fill your car up and invest in a couple of 5-litre jerry cans, fill them up, record the date. Yep, good idea, Welsh Prepper. Would anyone like a free copy of 1 Second After? Go for it. Wouldn't even have to pay for postage. If nobody claims it, Marty, you can send it to me and I'll put it towards a raffle that we can do a couple of prizes towards the charity. Scottish Prepper in the house. Till my Geiger counter through Heathrow raised eyebrows, but they let me turn it on. It went through the hand scanner. It started screaming before it got to the machine, right where the staff stand. Yeah. Lots of media up your end in the city and very all anti-Parliament and world news been very lively this week. It has definitely. I've been watching. China is rattling the war drums about the Taiwan Straits. However, China military leaders are all jailed. Only 2 to 3 left. Military is in chaos currently. Yeah. Want to oppose a communist regime. It doesn't end well for you. When history is written, it will show that World War III has already begun. There will be 1 or 2 regional wars soon. It could go either way from there. Yep. Gone are the days it's war being declared officially across the world. Have you started, baby? No, I haven't. Don't stress me out, evil. I'm still in denial. Pakistan bombed Kabul today. Right. Hey, Bob. Right, here we go. Bob or Welsh or anybody who wants to join, ideally people I know, people that have been in here before, people that know the rules. There is a link in the chat if you would like to join. The link is in the chat. That's why I'm slowly uploading videos to avoid burnout. Besides, some videos are mega hard to do. Tell me about it. Over 1,000 videos on my channel. Over 1,000 videos. People are like, oh, look how many subscribers you got. That's great. No, it's not. I've got 12 subscribers per video on average. That's how many videos I've got. Oh. Do. You're welcome to, Ryan. You're welcome to. Not stuck, just, open for a chat on all things occurring. That'll never happen, John. There'll be certain special forces in close enough proximity to make sure that doesn't happen. I assure you. Hello.
Hello.
We're matching.
I'm working on my branding for my never to be YouTube video. What do you reckon?
There you go. Definitely. That you need the same thing now, but made out of tin foil.
I'll get a colander and wrap it around.
Yes, it's the tinfoil hat version. Love it. How you doing, John?
Good, thanks, Mike. How are you?
Not so bad. Just thought I'd come on and do a random live, and while I stare at all these cameras, wondering if I'm going to see a mushroom cloud at some point over Iran.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that situation at the moment? Because we've seen fighter jets like on the tarmac and nearby and stuff like that, and I've seen all sorts of random intel pictures.
Yeah, my take on that is that Trump has deployed too many toys to just put them back in the box. It's too expensive to send that much military hardware that far around the world and not do anything. Also, Trump's ego will intervene. He won't be able to help himself. So I think there will be something, whether it's a bit like last time where they said, "Oh, we're going to bomb you a bit, and then you can bomb us a bit, and we'll call it a draw, so you can look good." Or whether it's just going to be turning around to glass. It could be anything in between. Trump has just about got on Air Force One, and he said he's very disappointed with Iran today because they haven't met his demands. But his demands are so punitive that Iran is never going to agree to them. So it's almost like he's setting them up to fail.
Completely disarming them, right? That's pretty much.
Yeah, he wants them to completely disarm. He wants them to surrender all their ballistic intercontinental missiles and technology with no sunset dates. That basically means that forever. There won't be like a 10-year period or 15-year period. He wants them to send all of their enriched plutonium to America, give it to them so they can make more. And Iran's never going to do that because they've seen how Libya and Syria and to some extent Ukraine, what happens to them when they give up their nuclear ambitions. And no one's attacked North Korea. So if I was Iranian, I'd be sitting there telling them to poke off as well.
And that's the thing, right? It's a race to get something tested for Iran, technically, right? Because North Korea now are laughing because they feel untouchable. Although, albeit, I think they could wipe them off the face of the planet if they wanted to.
Yeah, Iran has a philosophical dilemma as well, in that Quran doesn't really permit nuclear weapons, so they still have this pretense that they're developing civil nuclear power for power generation. But yeah, I think their biggest issue is that they haven't been able to demonstrate a nuclear weapon capability yet through testing. I think if they had a demonstrable test, I think things would change quite quickly in their favor.
Yeah. Bob, how you doing?
Hi guys. Hi. Yeah. Hello all.
How you doing, Bob? You all right?
I'm all right. Yeah, just getting set up here.
We're just trying to figure out if your dear leader's gonna glassify Iran.
Oh, I believe it was the Benny Johnson show today. I saw where there was a privately owned video he showed where the airport in Israel is full of KC-135 in-flight refueling aircraft. And then he showed an air traffic map where there's like dozens of C-17 cargo planes heading to Israel right now. So,
yeah. So John just said he won't get all that many toys out and not want to play with them.
Hey, it's very possible. For the sake of all the young people, I'm prior military, and for the sake of all the young people, I hope they keep it in the air or out at sea, because I'm telling you, fellas, I'm tired of seeing younger people in my country with missing arms and legs. I'm weary of seeing that, and yeah, I just hope he doesn't kick off. Maybe he's just doing saber rattling. I don't know, but yeah.
Do you think saber rattling, Brian?
No.
No.
I think he's going to do it. I'll be blunt.
Hope. Yeah, I hope. You know, that's all I can do is hope.
See, on the logistics side, it's probably, and he actually said this last week, it's cheaper to use it than ship it back.
Yeah, that's true.
He actually came out with that. We've brought all this stuff out. It might not have been Trump. It was one of the understudies, but they actually said that it would be cheaper to use this stuff than bring it back. There's no way this is going to go down this road without something happening. Absolutely zero.
He's setting them up to fail. He's setting Iran up to fail. They can't and won't meet his demands. So it's a foregone conclusion. I think the only question is, will it be a limited, gentleman's draw? You hit me a bit, I'll hit you a bit, or
like the last two.
Like the last two.
They've just evacuated out of Israel a lot of the embassies, haven't they?
Yes, they've also. Well, the last time they evacuated, I think it was Al Udeid, was it, air base, and then Iran fired a missile at it, and they shot out of the sky with about 100 meters to go, and went, "Oh, you nasty people! Oh, let's call it a draw." It was all prearranged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also understand, guys, that the Chinese have told their people to get out right now. Same with the U.S. and probably all the coalition forces have told their people, get out now. Yeah. So I can only hope, but they're going to do whatever they're going to do. You know,
my speculation is that all the KC-135s and the C-17s going to Israel will be with defensive munitions, Patriots, and things like that. Because they will fire their jets either off the carriers or off other bases outside of Israel. I don't think the US have launched from Israel against Iran before. Not from Israel itself. They've launched from Cyprus and Jordan.
Yeah,
and we've got an Air Force base in Turkey also. So
Incirlik, Incirlik.
It's Incirlik, yeah. One of the guys I was stationed with got stationed over there for a short tour.
Yeah, I managed to avoid Incirlik. I'm quite pleased about that.
Think of the teeth you would have got.
Teeth?
Yeah, it's turkey, mate.
Yeah, the big shiny plastic turkey teeth.
You'd have looked like the fourth BG.
The other knock-on effect of this, which I saw, was apparently MI5, and then I assume the FBI or the Secret Service in the States as well, and now having to clamp down a lot and find all these cells that could be connected, because if Iran is attacked, that could trigger a lot of terrorist cells at the same time, right?
Yeah,
could be. Yeah, that is a concern in the back of my mind, because we know how many millions came across the southern border in the last 4 years, and they've been apprehended, and they are here, and they're staged. So let's hope that and the cartels don't kick off all at the same time. You know.
Yeah, the cartel stuff's been weird. That's a surreal one that I've seen this week as well, setting fire all over the place, right?
Do you remember in the interview you did with me, and I talked to you about how the BLM and the Antifa, how they set fires exactly the same way as they did right here in my area.
Yeah.
You know, who are you going to be a big hero and go out there and shoot? Who are you going to shoot? They're already gone.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they operate. They're fast, man. They don't slow down. They're no one to mess with, but yeah, that's how the cartels operated. Lighting fires and get out, you know.
Yeah, they've definitely made a scene for their retaliation for having is it one of the main guys was captured, or was it arrested or killed? I can't remember. What was it over?
The Mexican special forces went in there and assassinated one of the cartel leaders.
Yeah,
they killed him, and then this is their response. But Quite a few Mexican military have been killed in firefights with the bad guys, etc., and police and all that. So they're fighting back, but conflict.
The world's
never
crazy.
ends. It is. It is. It's just going downhill. Yeah.
I mean, it's always been crazy, but
Mhm.
it's an order of magnitude this year so far.
50 Shades of bullshit. That's what it is.
I mean, apart from stocking up the fuel, though, Brian, what should we be doing anything differently in anticipation of this?
No, because it's just more of the same, mate, to be honest. Well, for an ongoing war in Europe, we've got all the other shit going on in the Middle East that's always been going on. This will be the third time Iran's been hit in as many, a year and a half?
Yeah.
Unless it escalates to the point that they mine the Strait of Hormuz, do something to cause supply problems and glitches, then you'll see costs rising on fuel, possible shortages, etc. It's not going to change anything. I'm certainly going to rush out and buy more fuel.
No. If you had an empty tank, you might.
Yeah, but you generally should have a full tank of fuel all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Tell that to the other half.
Never less than half.
Make the cars empty.
I know. Every time I get in it.
I think, Brian, Iran just has to say they've mined the Straits of Hormuz, and Lloyd's of London will withdraw insurance for the Strait, so all the shipping will stop anyway. They don't even have to actually mine it.
My big concern is that they go down the road of, if we lose, everybody loses. Yeah. They don't have to have a nuclear bomb. All they have to have is nuclear material. And then they just strap it on. Something as simple as strapping it in packages onto the warheads of the existing tactical missile launchers that they've got, and then start launching them at cities. As soon as they blow up, whether it's airburst, groundburst, or whatever, all that nuclear material will irradiate the ground. The cleanup costs would be in the billions, and it would take years. So, and that's not me scaremongering. They will already have gamed this out and thought about this. If you go down the route of regime change, which is what he seems to be alluding to at the moment, under the pretext of no nukes for Iran, if they decide, well, if we're taking you with us, and start to do the poor man's nuke and just do dirty bombs, that's my worry. Not fuel prices, it's dirty bombs. Just strap all the fissile material onto the existing warheads and start lighting it off.
Yeah,
and that is possible.
That's going to be just to Israel, right?
Yeah, I want to add on to what Brian just said. They don't have to put it in missiles. The UK is full of those people. Same with the US. Yeah. They can put it in a backpack and pull the pin, and it'll do the same amount of damage.
Imagine if they did that in a tube station.
Imagine if it's nuclear.
If they did that in London and one of the tube stations, or several tube stations, God forbid. Carnage.
Yeah. Yes. Don't go to London.
Don't bring that shit up to Scotland.
It's no point. Most of the people up in Scotland already look irradiated, webbed feet and stuff like that.
Spoken like a cola drinker, honestly. And here was me making allowances. When I was on doing the video with Mike Tango Whiskey Early, I was talking about yourself and how it's a nice friendly atmosphere in the fireside, etc. I lied my ass off for you.
And he just stabbed you in the chest, didn't he?
Yeah, I'll wait to see the video before I reserve judgment.
Kicked me right in the Pepsi can, so he did. Honestly. Shocking.
I won't put up with that, Brian, myself. He's seems like a bit.
Do you know what it is? It's a deep-seated jealousy of my rugged good looks, right? He's thinking,
something like that.
Yeah, it is, but time's getting on for Mike, and he's thinking, right, I'm 67 kids in the hole already. What will I look like at 52?
Why did I open tonight up? Why did I send the invite?
Mike, you are prolific. It was 35 last week. Are they like little cells that mutate and split, your kids?
And he'll be
Yeah.
thinking, this is me at 27. What will I be like at Brian's age at, 45? And Stone.
Anyway,
Moving on.
watch the film Dirty Wars set in London. A dirty thing was set off.
Sounds like a porno.
Yeah, yeah. If Brian tries to download Dirty Wars, she'll be over his shoulder. Trump has said he prefers diplomatic solution, but has repeatedly threatened to bomb Iran if it does not accept a new agreement. I mean, it's the best kind of negotiation, right? It's like a shotgun wedding.
He's threatened to bomb his own allies, for Christ's sake. What chance has Iran got?
Yeah.
But Happy Little Fox has made a good point there, is that Trump, his policy is ambiguity. He will deliberately say one thing one day and the next thing the next, or even the same afternoon, and then he'll go back to the thing he said last week, and then he'll move and he'll say something different the next day. That's how he is unnerving foreign powers.
Sounds like he's got Alzheimer's.
He's a troll. He's trolling people, man. That's what
He's got dementia.
I don't want to say he's intelligent, because he's not, but it's a tactic that is working for him.
You can't say he's not intelligent. The guy's a successful businessman. I mean,
No,
you can have personal feelings on him all you want.
He's not made a dollar in his life.
He's been bankrupt more times than a horse can shite.
He's no better than the
Michael
mafia.
Jordan has missed more baskets than he's actually put into the basket. It doesn't mean he's not brilliant.
His business success rate is about as good as yours in condoms.
Are you related to Donald Trump, Mike Banch? I was just asking for a friend.
No relation. I mean, if I was related, I wouldn't be struggling to get a car. So, Trump will do anything to distract from the Epstein files. The fact he's all over. Listen, Paul. The Epstein files are a lot of crap. Listen, do you think Trump's going to release anything that's going to incriminate himself? No. Do you think they're getting released just when they need to be released for distractions? Yes. And what are people doing? Jumping and going, oh, look, the Epstein files. It's completely irrelevant. It's completely
I've seen
irrelevant.
the files. Beautiful files.
Yeah.
Best files in the world. Nobody's ever been to files like me.
Best files ever. Best files ever.
It is.
I should have got the prize.
I'm sick of hearing about them. That's all I hear about. It's like, oh, such a body's in the Epstein files. Oh, why? What's he done? He got a flight once. All right. Is that it? He sent an email. Is that it? Yeah. All right. Well, I don't give a shit then. It's just a lot of crap. It's just a lot of distraction. If we've got the files, the FBI should have them and go, right, he needs arresting, he needs arresting, he needs arresting, he needs hanging. The rest of them just ignore. We're not, though. We're releasing them bit by bit to go, look at this distraction. Look over here. Ignore me pressing this red button over here. Just look over here.
Look what's happening in Mexico. Look what's happening in Greenland. Look what it's all a disheveled mess. Yeah. Somebody knows what's going on, but they ain't sharing it with us.
When they run out of Epstein files, that's when we'll start getting like, here's file number 1 of 3,000 from Area 51. And it'll just be like a text with loads of black bars censored out and a couple of words, and that'll be it. And we're going to release the rest. Stay tuned.
Sounds like my credit file.
Mine's the same, but all red lines, not black lines.
Yeah, just loads of distractions everywhere, guys.
Iran was the last on the list of 7 countries to take out in 5 years. Who are the other 6 there?
I know.
Venezuela.
I recall back when one of the Bushes was in the White House, the axis of evil: Venezuela, North Korea, and Iran. That was back in the Bush days. So they're knocking them down one at a time.
Venezuela is now as part of America, the USA. Iran's about to become glass, and North Korea is probably the only one that's safe because they've got like a nuclear weapon strapped to the back of Kim Jong-un.
Plus, they've no oil, which is really what keeps them safe.
Yeah, we're not. The only resource in North Korea is people.
People. Yeah.
Well, Kim Jong-un has said he's going to make some more nukes because he hasn't got quite enough.
I mean,
don't
you
see
could
Trump
concentrate on
invading for
making
turnips.
crops and potatoes more than anything else, right?
Sorry, Brian, what was that?
No, I'm saying I don't think he's going to invade for the great turnip. You know, he's going to go for the giant turnip from Kim Jong-un. I think it's funny that every regime change that's been done since the 90s has involved places where big business and petrochemicals were involved, and it involved regime change, which was the pretext to getting big business back in under favourable terms that they get kicked out on the last time. Iran, Libya, Iraq, all these places where big companies were kicked out of, they then ballot their Congress, wherever, and then all of a sudden they're deposed, and everyone that was wiped out didn't have a nuke. Everyone that gave up nuclear weapons got regime changed. Every country turned into a shit show. So
here's the question, Brian. Would you give up our nukes to get us a regime change right now?
probably, actually, yeah.
Yeah, the Green Party's taking
probably
over. Green Party's going to be in power in 3 years.
Oh, don't. Oh.
That's steaks are now banned. It's mandatory to have vegan meals in the fridge only, no electricity, and you have to shit in the garden.
And special vegan meals for your transgender children. Special
Blue hair.
Sandals made out of pasta.
A non-binary cardigan with leather arm patches in the elbows.
Oh no, that's very masculine, that is.
So's the ones with the blue hair.
Remember when Trump said to Kim Jong-un that his red button was bigger? It was so funny, yeah. Little Rocket Man, that was it. I like that.
Yeah, he goes, my rockets are bigger, and mine work. Oh, jeez.
Which is a worry, because they're the same rockets that's in the Vanguard boats in the UK, and the last few that we test launched, it didn't work.
Yeah, they spiraled out completely, didn't they?
They tried two and they didn't work.
Yep. Yeah. Same missiles.
Should we try a third? No, let's pretend some of these work. Otherwise, we've no deterrent left. So there you go. You can take our non-working nukes and have a regime change. So here's the theory. Here's the latest theory. Let me know what you think of this, Brian. So our election's August 2029, technically, right?
Bring it on.
Trump leaves office January or February 2029.
January, yeah.
So he leaves office, moves over to Scotland because his mum's from there, signs up to be best buddies with Nigel Farage, and becomes the Deputy Prime Minister of the UK.
Yeah. Look at the state of him just now. Do you think he's got 4 years in him?
Oh, once he's got that nice Scottish air and golf course under his feet, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't think he'll finish the term. I don't think his health will hold out. I
don't think he's that bad.
I can't see it. I mean, he's a good age and he's in a stressful job. And I can't see it.
He's doing better than Biden was.
That's a low bar, though. I mean, that's a low bar.
Yeah.
That's elder abuse. You're picking on a pensioner.
I love why in movies is the US president always like between 30 and 50-year-old? Yet in real life, they're always like 80.
The groundkeeper.
Yeah. I was so proud. I was so proud to be an American when Joe Biden fell off the bicycle. Oh, hallelujah. I'm proud.
I don't understand the rationale with putting somebody in a position that requires that much mental acuity, or should, and the physical demands it will have on you when your body's broken and your mind's on the way out. It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. If that was in the UK and most parts of the States, people of that age are generally pissing themselves watching daytime TV. I wouldn't trust them with the remote control, never mind the briefcase.
I feel I just, Listen, the other option was Kamala. So I still think they got the better deal.
Oh, 100% agree, Mike. 100%. Like cackling hen, whatever that was or is.
Yeah. And look how many lovely ice jobs Trump's created. You know, Kamala wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that's going down well. Although the idea of it, I do agree with.
Yeah, same. And
The
principle,
implementations had problems.
Yeah, my wife is a legal immigrant. We went through the process. It's not that hard to do, and it's not that expensive. I mean, if you were a dedicated couple I brought her from the Philippines to here 20 years ago. Go to their website, follow the process, pay each step. You have to pay a bit, and so to me, there's no excuse not to. And so if they grab these people and throw them back where they came from, bye, try again, you know.
I mean, to be honest, Bob, I'll marry at this point for a green card. I've had enough of it over here. It's a shit show. I'm coming to stay with you.
That's why he's turning off now. He's like, no, you're not.
He's pulling the plug out his computer.
You can't find me. Yorkshire, top Yorkshire man. Backup power. What are people's thoughts on car inverters? Just as an extra backup from Jackery batteries. Can get good car inverter, 2000 watts, and extension cable to the house if needed.
It'd suck your battery dry.
It's the wrong type of battery. It's a cranking battery for high discharge of current over a short space of time. A leisure battery, and that's a lead acid in your car as well. Depth of discharge only 50%. So for a 100 ampere battery, you'll get 50 amperes of use, and it's not designed for sustained draw. So your leisure battery's got thicker and heavier duty plates. Your car battery's designed for short duration, high amperage power dumping. Don't use it.
Unless you've got an EV, then you can. Different type of battery again, right?
So I bought a Life Pro leisure battery, which when my power bank gets up above 80%, I'll just divert it into that battery, and then you can then backload it into the power bank if you haven't got any sun. So that's the way to store extra power.
Just use your XT60 port and plug it straight into that.
Yep.
Horace says, I think Trump is a legend. He put his own country first. I wish we had a leader like that. I agree, Horace. I agree. Greenland, sneaky, catch you, Greenland.
Now that's a perfect example of trolling.
Yeah,
hey, we're gonna buy Greenland. Oh my God! God Almighty!
He knows how to get a headline, right? He knows how to get.
He does.
EV batteries are dreadful. Depends on the
How
EV.
so?
Yeah, depends on the EV. The one I had actually, the Atto 3, is the Blade design battery from Japan, and it's actually got more life than most of the Tesla batteries and stuff like that. So, and they're getting a lot better. No cobalt in that one.
They're always setting themselves on fire at work. Yeah, I wouldn't work there then. EV fires are relatively rare, in fairness. Considering the many hundreds of thousands in the road, it's very, very rare that they go up in flames. If you've got ones that are systemically going up in flames in the one place...
Stop getting your batteries from Temu.
I'd suggest it's more a problem with the charging infrastructure than the vehicle. Yeah. It's probably more along the lines of you've got a poor connection, and it's the charger. I mean, one of the guys at our work, his home chargers went up twice. So it's generally not the battery, it's the poor quality connections at the charger, and the charger installs are shit.
Yeah. Awesome. There we go. Trump's moving into Graceland. Is he? Okay. I mean, thank you, says Top Yorkshireman, for your answer there. Chinese batteries in their cars are mega shite. No, they're not.
Have you seen how many apartment fires have been over in China with their e-bikes because they have to bring them inside the building, and boom, they light on fire.
I think we're like anything though. If you buy the cheapest version of something, you expect the cheapest quality of workmanship to be done. BYD are the largest manufacturer of electric vehicles in the world. So not just cars, but forklifts, industry, stuff like that. And they've perfected, and all their battery technology is all designed in Japan and brought over. So some of the stuff is really good. And I think it's like we've mentioned Temu a few times as a joke, but when you've got the plates that Brian's tested and worked and will stop ammunition, and then you buy another plate off Temu for £15 because it looked like it was plastic, you get what you pay for, no matter where it's from, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the batteries, most of the batteries in all your premium brand power banks and everything in between are all coming from China. It's just the quality of the cells, and also the BMS is critical as well. A lot of these house fires will be shit quality chargers and poor quality battery management systems on the bikes. So it's a quality control issue when cheap shite, and you'll have everything in between. Not all Chinese batteries are crap, and not all Chinese batteries are good, because they range from here to here in terms of quality, and you do get what you pay for.
They have manufacturing that, you know, people are like, well, I get this one because it's from the UK. Go down to the nitty gritty of it. There'll be parts in there from China.
The Chinese cells.
Yeah. The question is whether they went to the expensive factory in China or the not so expensive factory in China. My dad worked as a tooler for ThyssenKrupp, and he went over and was working in Wuhan and working with them and having the parts made for British cars. So Marty says, I work for a major UK car manufacturer. Nobody's going to be watching this. Just tell us who it is, Marty. Tell us. Don't be shy. China dominance, all EV and solar, and the minerals needed to build them. No, because Trump did Elon Musk a massive favor by stopping Chinese cars going to the States. They can't have BYDs over there like we have in the UK because he stopped.
They're just going to Canada now.
Yeah, but I mean that made a massive market for Teslas that would have been half stolen off BYD.
Some of the guys in our place have got the Teslas, and the build quality is shit on them. I mean, absolute dog shit. The shut lines on the doors are atrocious.
But it's got a nice little T embroidered into the seat, right? That's what matters.
Yeah, I'll pass.
When does the stock exchange close over in America? 2 minutes, is it?
Is that when the bombs are going to drop?
Depends on what coast you live on.
It's done off the New York, right? The New York Stock Exchange.
New York, yeah, East time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why
5 o'clock, 5 hours. 5 hours from UK to East Coast, isn't it? A 5 hour time difference.
I've got my live cameras here. If I see a giant mushroom, I'll definitely let you know anyway.
Please do.
So many jokes. Must remain silent.
I know. That's why I'm looking at the chat and not making eye contact with you. Dominic Moore says, do you feel we are definitely going to war and the common man will be forced to fight? Anybody want to jump in?
If you're talking about, is the UK going to war? Yes, but it will be limited. It will be proportionate. It will be of our choosing, not of our choosing, but of the government's choosing. Is the common man going to be forced to fight? My personal opinion is no. It may occur one day. It may occur one day. They may get called up to have some basic training. I don't think they're going to be pulling people out of offices and factories to go to the front line like they do in Ukraine.
Not unless it was like spreading across Europe and they were in France kind of thing.
But even then, I think the UK, we just haven't got the people. It would have to cut its cloth. It would have to focus on home defence. And there is work ongoing in the government. It's no secret. It's public knowledge that there is a home defence sort of task force looking at how do we defend Blighty like we did in the Second World War, and not go and fight on other people's territory, because we just can't do it anymore. We just haven't got the capability.
Let's hope they don't attack us in 12-foot rib boats, because we've no idea how to stop them.
No idea how to cope with those.
Oh, they've got it sussed. We just lock them up until they get fed up with 4-star and 5-star hotels. Right, we're going to give them diabetes with the free food. It's actually a form of torture. They should report me yeah, they're torturing these poor asylum seekers to death by making them change their culture in 4-star, 5-star hotels, forcing them dental checks and doctors on tap, and making them take money that they don't want, 3 squares a day. I mean, it's terrible. I'm appalled.
Now, you know,
I'm sold. I'm leaving. I'm going on holiday to France, and I'm coming back on a dinghy.
the British Empire invented concentration camps, and the Nazis copied them. There you go.
So many comments, none of which I'm going to make.
But that's true. The Brits.
Oh no, I understand.
As in POW camps, do you mean, or concentration
population
camps?
Civilians concentration camps? Yeah.
Yeah, and the Boer War.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rounded
nice.
them all up. Oh, you'll be much safer in here. In you go. And the Nazis
They do
went,
that now. It's called the Radisson or the Hilton.
Radisson Blue.
Yeah.
They're doing that now with these 15-minute cities. There you go. There you go.
I don't think there'll be I think war's potential, but war's always a potential. I don't know. I don't think there's any appetite by the government. There's certainly no appetite in the public. And we don't have the resources, men, material, but more so the willingness to do anything other than rattle sabres. If you were to canvas...
Our government has 0 spinal cord, so I can't see us doing anything apart from surrendering to whoever comes over. The first person to set foot and go, I claim this, we're already there with a white flag going, yeah, okay, we're now Chinese or whatever.
Just follow the French model. That'll do for me now. Right, the UK's fought in the last 2 world wars to the detriment of the British Empire, which was destroyed. Our economy was artificially repressed for 60 years. It didn't do us any good. So no. I think we'll sit this one out.
We'll sit this one out. Bob, the question was like, do you think regular people go to war, and like the working man conscription, basically we're talking about?
No.
The States, I think it's you no. Everything's at a nice distance, right? You know, unless you're worried about war with Canada.
We've already...
Everything's at a...
No, that's not a concern. One state can whip all of the Canadian forces in a week, you know. So we've already got millions of people in uniform right now. So no.
The US Marine Corps has more aircraft than the UK Armed Forces, Air Force, Navy, and Army put together. Just the Marine Corps.
Yeah,
Mike, I'm going to bail out and let Norfolk Prepper jump in because he's looking for a wee spot anyway. And I'm on all the time, so I'll give him a wee chance, mate.
Are you sure? I mean, we're
yeah,
not
it's all good.
That late anyway, right?
Nah, okay, you're all good, mate.
All right,
cheers guys.
Brian, thanks for joining.
And if anyone else wants to come on, Mike, I'll yield because I've been on quite a bit.
We can have more than 3. There could be 4, 5. Brian was just looking for an excuse to leave. Everything's at arm's length, though, Bob. Right? I was saying, I don't think your conscription would really be on the cards, right?
No, I don't think you would see conscription here in the States unless we were full on invaded. I mean, with a massive force, then it's possible. But we've got so many millions of people in uniform right now. You know, I mean, look at how much stuff we've got over in the South China Sea and over in Africa and Europe. We're everywhere in the Mediterranean now. No, I mean, it would take no, I can't see that happening here in the U.S. You know?
No. I think I'm with John where I can't see it happening over here unless it was enemy at the gates kind of thing.
Right.
So I doubt it's going to get to that. Touch wood. Top Yorkshireman, This Brian's going to be gutted now talking about EMPs. Question 2 parts. Do we think we will get an EMP strike? Nuclear never going to happen, but we know EMP. What's people's thoughts of the vehicle? Would you and what vehicle would you get for best protection? An old one, pre 60s.
No, it's 84, isn't it?
84.
I think so.
I thought it was pre-70s, but I could be wrong. But anyway, that's the whole premise of 1 second after, right? I mean, that's probably, if I was in Bob's shoes, that would be a bigger fear for me than an invading force, because it takes one rogue nation, a shipping container off the coast to launch it before anyone knows what's happened. Bang, the lights go out. You know,
Yeah,
it's a possibility.
but in my situation, if an EMP burst and it shut down all the computers, I grew up without computers.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know, I mean, take away the laptops, the phones, all that. I'm going to be good. No problem. You can live without this stuff. You can, you know.
It's the lights and the vehicles, right, that people are going to struggle with.
Yeah, I'm already set up, though. You know, I can turn on my solar lights and whatever else I need, candles that I make myself. And yeah, no problem. Bring it on.
I think a lot of us would be prepared for that, being preppers, because it all boils down to kind of no power and stuff. But it's how many neighbors do we have that wouldn't be, that would be an existential threat after the fact.
I agree, Mike. Those are the people you would have to really be careful of. Yeah, that's actually one of the biggest things in my gear is not the Chinese, not the nukes, not the flying lizards. It's the guy right next door and the junkie down the street. That's the guy who's going to screw up your. That's the guy who's going to take you out, man. Somebody right down the road, you know.
Yeah. Thanks, Lorraine, for the £5 super sticker. Sorry, John, did you want something in there?
Yeah, Mike, apologies, you were spot on. I've just looked it up. It's a pre-mid-70s car, preferably a diesel. So that's the actual answer. So I apologize. I was incorrect.
I think I was looking at it, not so much the car side of it, but I was looking for bikes, like what motorbikes I could get, just like 125, something like that, because I'd love a little... an old 2-stroke that would survive something like that, just to be a bit more mobile, you know. I'm not going to get all the kids on the back; they'll just have to fend for themselves. But yeah.
So what can you put that question up again, Mike? Because I don't think we answered it, do we?
I've still got it there.
What do you ever think we'll get an EMP strike? I don't think it's impossible. I think it's unlikely. More likely, grey zone warfare, like a cyber attack, which takes out the internet or takes out the national grid. And I think a likely scenario would be a foreign power would switch all the lights off for, say, 24 hours, switch them back on again and say, do you want some more? And when the UK government goes, fuck you, they'll go, okay, and they'll switch the lights off again for 3 days and then switch them back on again and say, are you sure? And it'll be a sort of a hold us to hostage type scenario.
A ransom situation, ransomware, basically, on a national scale.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's more likely to be more dangerous for anyone are the homegrown radicals in your own country right now.
Yeah.
Because you saw in Mexico how fast they can really screw up transportation, law enforcement, first responders, all that, how fast they can do that. So I don't think we'll see EMP here. I mean, they don't have to. They can just pay the idiots to do it for them, you know, or get them stirred up, which they're already stirred up, you know. Yeah, that's more dangerous, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I am literally probably living in the city that is the Antifa capital of the UK. So I've got all that on my doorstep, which is why, I mean, my prepping last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, had none of this in it. Had nothing like this in it. It had none of this as part of the plan. It didn't have 5 different collapsible boxes that stack perfectly in the back of the car very quickly. You know what I mean? because I was always bug in. But now it's like that is a massive threat on my doorstep.
You've got to be able to do both, bug in and get out. You know, you've got to be able to do both. Yeah,
I'm streamlining my preps now because here, bugging in's not an option unless it was a pathogen or something like that. You know, if it was something that, you know, people were drinking the dodgy water and everyone was vomiting in the streets. If it was civil unrest of any form, I would have to get out where I am. It's just not possible. So, yeah, I'm currently streamlining my preps. I'm like, do I need this many knives? No, probably not, you know, and just prioritizing a bit better. So, I think we answered.
Give one each to your to their kids for Christmas.
I mean, they will. See, both of my boys have been promised a good Swiss Army knife if they stick at Scouts. They're at Cubs at the moment, the younger one.
Great,
so,
right on.
Good work. Good motivation.
Yeah, well, I showed them and I was like, this kind of thing, and I said,
This
I'll
could
get
be
you one of
yours.
these as you graduate. Yeah, sort of thing. So, hopefully, I've not told the mother that yet, but
I think I had a penknife when I was a Scout. You're still too young to think about using it for anything malicious.
But I mean, it wasn't as enforced then. I mean, I don't know what the knives law were when I was a kid, but it just wasn't an issue. If you saw a kid with a penknife pulling it out to carve something in the tree,
yeah,
that's fine. It wasn't an issue, was it? Now it's like there would be blue sirens there and everything.
How are the laws about the simple stick, a baton of some kind? What are the laws like over there?
So basically, we cannot carry or have anything that is a weapon, essentially. Okay. Right?
You can have a stout walking stick.
Yeah, and it's all about reasonable. Every law with defense in the UK is reasonable force, right? So if somebody comes at you with a stick and you pick up a stick and hit them with a stick, it's reasonable force because you both had a stick, for example.
Got it. Yeah.
If somebody breaks into your house and you happen to have baseball bats lined up in the right places and absolutely muller them to bits, you're going to be the one that ends up arrested, even though they've broken into your house. With regards to blades, it's under 2.5 inches. I want to say
2.5 inches or 3, something like that.
It's under 2.5 inches. It cannot be locking. It cannot be a locking blade. So the reason I want a new multi-tool is because my old one was locking blade. So I've resorted to this, which is it's an old army issue one. So I can have that and I can carry that around because it's not a locking blade, but I can hold this quite tight so it doesn't come down and cut my own thumb off at least.
Yeah.
But if that clicked out, like any sort of locking blade, can't carry it around with us. We can own these things. We can have them in the house, you know. You saw my axe. You saw my axe and stuff like that, Bob. I can have all this stuff.
I did. Yeah.
You just can't. I can't walk out with it slung.
So if
Tesco.
What do you suppose that your law enforcement would do? Say, Mike, you have to leave your home, and each member of your family is carrying a piece of a shovel handle. What do you suppose that law enforcement there would do, or would they?
Difficult terrain. That's to help them get over difficult terrain. If they asked me, as far as I'm concerned,
it's a walking stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello,
if
guys.
they were walking, if you said these are so they can defend themselves because we're getting out of here, there's as long as there's rule of law in place, we have no rights to that. We can't have pepper spray.
Okay.
So rule of law is you wait for the police to come and save you.
Good luck.
Yeah. Exactly. But I mean, preppers are very inventive, and
but I'm just
talked about excess keys on our keychains before, Bob, and things like this.
Right. It wouldn't hurt for you guys to saw off a piece of shovel handle about the same length from your tip of your elbow to the tip of your finger, and just happen to stash them over here in your house and throw a jacket over them. It wouldn't hurt to have it ready.
You can have a weapon in your house. You just can't use it outside.
Right.
You can't even walk around with it outside. If I walked outside with a crossbow, even if it didn't have a string in it, so it was unusable, I'd probably have a police call my house within about 3 minutes because someone would ring the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
have a few of these sitting around just in case, you know.
the thing is, it sort of boils down to a bit of common sense at the end of the day. If we're talking a hypothetical without rule of law scenario, doesn't matter what sticks you've got, doesn't matter anything like that. While it's rule of law, the last place you want to end up is behind bars.
Yeah,
Or
that's a fact.
SHTF.
Pardon me for a few minutes, gentlemen.
No
Be
worries.
right back.
Hello,
How you doing,
everybody.
Paul?
Hi, how you doing?
So,
I hope
just
you've
trying
got
to
some-
realise how to get this thing undone.
All right. I
I
hope
certainly
got some-
get-
inspiring insights, considering you kicked Brian off just to steal his place. So I
It
hope-
seems you've got a flag in the background. I'm just going to put my wife's dragon on for a couple of seconds. There.
Yeah, that's so you can't see all the shit on the coffee table.
There we go.
There we are.
Nothing to do with being on a pole. It's nothing to do with protesting, I swear.
That's funny you should say that. You want a laugh? I actually got a proper Union Jack motorbike helmet. Okay, I had it on Wednesday. I went past the local college and I actually got eggs thrown at me.
Really?
Yeah, honestly. Red, white, and blue, exactly like what's at the
Oh, yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I could understand if it was just the what you call St. George's flag.
Mm. Well, I mean, small minds. Most people throwing them eggs don't even know what they're protesting.
No, they
know what
don't.
they're objecting to. Choose to forget our history. Let's have a look at the chat. I've kind of ignored you guys for a bit.
Some people are putting in things they might like to carry with them, like a frying pan, a 3-cell D-cell mag light, and some hairspray. I would offer up the spray, what's called deep heat,
Oh, that's good.
to protect
Get that in your eyes. Get that in your eyes, you soon know about it.
No, I wouldn't use it on anyone else. It'd be a
No,
muscle
it's for
well
muscles. Yeah, it's for
Oh, yeah,
muscles. I've got an old
muscles.
football injury, and funnily enough, the missus has some of
Yeah.
this in her handbag with her
Yeah.
other medical stuff because she has emergency muscle problems sometimes. We don't encourage any of this for use for anything else.
No.
Bacon.
What have you've killed that
Bacon? Where?
That's it's not. It's American
Ooh.
bacon. It's just like
That's not
it's-
proper
It's
bacon.
not proper bacon.
Put
It's not
that
a
away,
centimetre
Bob.
thick.
That's not proper bacon, mate. That looked like vegan stuff.
What time is it there, Bob? What
Um,
time is it there, Bob?
tactical bacon. Yeah. No, my wife's in the kitchen cooking, so I came in
What
and
time?
grabbed a piece.
What time is it there?
A little after 2 p.m.
When you're having breakfast at 2 p.m.
Bacon's every meal.
Yeah, you can bacon's for any time, man. Yeah.
I nearly cut myself on a non-locking penknife at the weekend. Yeah, they're more dangerous than any locking blade ever. They really are. Grizzly Bushcraft is a cracking EDC legal carry. I use it for work. Grizzly Bushcraft. I'm going to have a little Google of that. What do you have, Bob? I know obviously your laws are completely different, but do you have like an EDC knife that you would take even like to the coffee shop and stuff like that?
Yeah. Right here. It's in my pocket right now. Yeah, it's a boot knife locking blade, you know. That goes with me every day, everywhere I go.
Nice. And
But I did
completely legal, of course, I believe, over there.
absolutely. Yeah. I read the laws and I follow it. I don't want to go and get locked up, but back when they canceled the EBT cards and all that, I bought a knife to carry with me. It's a fixed blade, but that's legal in Washington State also.
Wow.
That's a jail term in the UK.
That is life imprisonment without parole.
Yeah.
Not quite that, but I reckon
That is in the current situation, mate.
This is what I carry with me every day on my phone bag, and I also added another one onto my gardening kit. You know, pepper gel.
spray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I carry it everywhere I go.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so
the
leave-
gel. So that's where it's like not a spray. It's like it's almost like a line, like a
like a
stream.
sticky.
Right, it's a stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched enough videos, and I understand that it takes longer for it to take effect, but it does the same thing, man. It cripples the idiot who's coming after you. So that's one of my EDCs.
Nice. I've just looked up that Grizzly thing he was on about. I started seeing £200 price tags. That's out of my league.
Could always do a GoFundMe for you, Mike.
If I was going to do that, it'd be to get me bloody car, but I don't do that. That's a different prepper channel. Oh, look at that. Marbles GI US EDC pocket knife. That's just a piece of beauty. Oh,
Mm. How much?
$13.99.
Ooh. Do they do a Amazon special?
I've no idea. This is on something called Cyclair Knives and Tools. Anyway, no, I'm going to end up in a slippery slope. Bob's on. I'm spending money. Bob's on.
Shut off the Amazon, Mike. Turn it off right now.
I found Augustin Farms freeze-dried sliced potatoes for like 27 quid. So it's a fraction of the cost compared to a lot of the freeze-dried. So I have actually got some of that.
Mm.
I saw your package from Chef as well, Bob, on your video.
Very, very thoughtful. That's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
Now here's my deal: he gave me a gift. If he'll give me his address,
Yeah.
I'd like to make him a baton out of a shovel handle and custom make it just for him. If he'll give me an address to send it to, but he's being secretive about his location. I get it, but.
I mean, how many raccoons could own a homestead in the United States, right? We've got to be able to narrow this down.
Not many, because if he doesn't accept the gift, I'm going to send an airstrike right on his raccoon ass, man. Goodbye.
That's fair.
The police never arrive until you're dead, and if the attacker is certain heritage, you don't count. Wow.
Ooh.
Never forget a set of keys or a tactical pen comes in handy if needed. Yes, we've talked about keys before. Me and Bob kind of agreed on. I think it was like the first stream we were on together, and I had my bunch of keys, and he showed me a lanyard, which you could potentially, rotate. But also the fact you can buy blank brass keys on Amazon for next to nothing.
Yep.
So you can have like 10 keys on the keychain that is not got any of your essential keys on. So even if it was like thrown, got rid of, broke, anything like that, then it's an easy loss.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I even bought a fake key fob and put it on there with a bunch of brass keys on it's a dog leash. It's very strong. And even if they take it away from me, oh, well, I can still drive my car and get home, but it looks to anyone passing by that Bob's just carrying a set of keys on a lanyard,
So this is the nation we live in, Bob. My moderators had to say this. Remember, don't mention you could use XYZ as self-defense here, because if you ever had to resort to that in a peacetime, your words here could be seen as intent. That's the UK we live in.
That's to cover your butt.
I intend to defend myself. That's what I will say, and you can use that in court.
I intend to defend myself with my ghost cat. Let it maul you to death.
I pretty much do the same thing when I talk about on my channel about someone breaking in the home, a home invasion. Okay, what I tell them in public, well, I will escape out the back door. I will put on my girly pants and scream and piss myself. But in reality, you know what I'm going to do if somebody comes in this house. If they
Yeah.
kick the front door in and get in, you know what I'm going to do, but I don't say it.
You're gonna cause a lot of cleaning work. That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, we're going to have to break out the bleach. Yeah.
Stop Amazon perving until after the show, Mike says.
Yeah.
That's fair comment.
Mora make a great budget knife.
They do.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
All as wet as freeze-dried water.
Yeah,
Thank you, Pete.
You've got a well-used one right here.
the Mora. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Seem to have
that's
lost
a
the
Mora.
end.
That's the end's on purpose. It's a chisel end.
Ah.
Oh,
It's a chisel end Mora. So I mean, I've got loads of pointed ones. So it was something
Just
different.
showing
and
off
it's
now.
utility, so, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah,
the Swedes make excellent steel, don't they? It's beautiful, man. Yeah, I use this thing almost every day. You know, the wood carver. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I got the curved one as well, Bob.
Say what?
The curved wood carver.
the
Oh, the curved one?
scythe,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
the scythe one,
Say again.
the scythe.
It's like it's almost like a full circle, but it's really good for carving out spoons and bowls.
all right, I know what you mean. The blade's like flatted. It's horizontal
It's like
still,
that.
but it cuts in like
Yeah.
that. So it's like it
Mhm.
scoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, you want to happen to need to make your canoe in a hurry. Even
Take you a
though,
while. It would take you a while.
it would. I do gun shop online shopping. Shoulder and don't like it at the mall. Okay, I didn't. Them words didn't compute in my brain then. So my grandmother used to carry a hat pin when she was young. There you go.
Oh, the Japanese girls when they put those chopsticks in their hair. Oh, watch out, dude.
Poke
Yeah.
your eyes out.
Or go right up underneath your chin. You know, right into the roof of your mouth and put it back in her hair, and none's the wiser. You know.
Lovely.
Japanese girls are hot, man.
We digress, Bob. We digress.
Yeah, sorry. I just went back into Asia. I'm sorry, man. I'm back with you now.
I wish we could own wireless hole punchers in the UK. You can. You just gotta jump through a lot of hoops.
Yeah.
Mike is being naughty now. Semi-status. I'm confused.
Have a good one, Evil.
See you, evil lady.
Try and get some sleep. Yeah. Cheers, Evil, and appreciate the PayPal, Evil. Much appreciated. Thank you. Coca-Cola is good for cleaning up blood spills. Oh, you heathen. You heathen. Why would I waste good cola?
That's a nice home improvement tip right there. Yeah. See, we're sharing information.
That's what it's all about. That is literally what it's all about. There's only 5 left in stock.
You know, my old friend Virginia Roots, she lives here in Washington. And she was on one of my lives, and I talked about how if someone kicks in the front door, I will do anything I can to escape, and you know, blah blah blah. And she goes, "Do you want to die, dumbass?" And I said, yeah, just bear with me. I'm not gonna say it, you know, out in public what I intend to do. But she scolded me, man. You want to die, you dumbass? Like, sorry, yeah, I'm just using my head here.
So she didn't realise you was saying that to be politically correct, not to reveal your intentions.
Correct. Yeah, I explained it to her later when we went backstage and talked. I said, you know, just understand that everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You know,
you have a right to an attorney.
To a stroke. Full fat cola saved my daughter from heat exhaustion. There you go.
We can't even take the 5th in the UK, Bob.
The 5th, yeah, oh yeah, that's
can't-
that's
You,
part of the plan. Hmm. That's
can't-
part of the plan.
You have
In
the
the-
right
in-
to remain silent still in the UK.
You have the right to remain silent, but then if you, what is it? If you don't mention anything you later rely on in court, that can be
Anything
judgmental.
can be used against you in blah 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 blah, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
Miranda rights, yeah. Yeah. But I'd rather not say anything and that be used against me in court than say something that be used against me in court, because the latter is less likely to get you in hot water.
Yeah, I agree.
15-minute cities.
That's that 15-minute cities. I appreciate that you put that out. That to me is Romania did that.
Yeah.
They took everyone out of the countryside and brought them into little 15-minute cities, and it failed because most of the people were not out in the countryside growing food, and that was part of the plan. Start starving the population to keep them under control. And you remember what happened to Ceausescu and his wife?
Strung up on a lamppost.
Yes. A 15-minute trial, and their own paratroopers waiting outside. So that shows you where a 15-minute city goes.
After a fair trial, they were found guilty and executed.
Yep. Bye. Yeah.
After a fair trial.
Yeah. But with regards to the 15-minute cities, I hope where I live doesn't become one, because I'm smack dab on the outside of the city.
So this is not any sci-fi. This is not make-believe. This is the Salford residential master plan in the northwest. This is what they want to create.
I actually saw that.
Essentially what a 15-minute city is. When you've got your recreation and leisure across there, you've got your schooling, you've got your industry, you've got your workplace and offices and stuff, and then you've got like cheaper residential here as well, and your town hall. So literally, this is in plans. This is not like something that was sci-fi movie. And essentially, right, so the dilemma I had making that video was with myself, because essentially a 15-minute city is what I'd love to create with a load of preppers. A community that we didn't have to, go outside of, but it's a prepping community. So that essentially is what we're talking about. But it's somebody else controlling it. That's the difference, right? It's the ability to do what they talked about with climate lockdowns. Like suddenly you can't leave said 15-minute city because you can't travel. 3p a mile on EVs, 1.5p a mile on hybrid cars. How long before they go, well, it's not fair, so we best do that to petrol and diesel owners as well. Suddenly it costs you an extra £2,000-3,000 a year if you want to go and visit Granny every week.
Plus, you have to get a permit to leave the 15-minute city.
I don't think it'll be quite that stage yet, but yeah, that's essentially what it could get to. We've already got ring fence ULEZ cameras that could just, you've crossed that zone. So yeah, I was debating whether or not to put that video out, Bob, because it is conspiracy theory level, but I'm literally living in an area and watching these pop up everywhere. Yeah.
Well, in my mind, it's not conspiracy because it's been tried before, and the leadership were taken outside and their own people took them out. Romania, remember that?
I watched the new version of The Running Man the other night, and apart from watching it as a film, I was looking at all the other stuff that was occurring in the
new version.
There's a new one.
Running Man, and
it's not Arnold, I'm guessing.
No, it isn't. It's not a bad movie, actually.
It's not bad, but apart from watching the movie, it was interesting how they portrayed the future in exactly as you say, zoned. You got permission to go through a locked gate. There's little orbs flying around with machine guns in them. They got all your data. They're tracking you 24/7, all that sort of stuff.
All the drones flying about with cameras attached to them and whatnot, guns and whatnot. really, what is it, 1984 dystopian future type thing.
The idea of a 15-minute city in the utopian sense of the thing would have cheap housing and expensive housing all in one place, all within that 15-minute reach. How that would pan out in reality is they would slowly start to, like they do with council estates, like they did when they started building all these council estates in the 70s and the 80s. Like there's a place where I was born called Newton Aycliffe, and they built 3 big council estates next to each other. And to fill these council estates, they turned around to all the other local councils and said, "Oh, send us all the people you don't want." So you can imagine what it did to that area and the house values around there as these council estates suddenly got populated with everyone else's, "Well, we don't want these in our area" kind of people.
Oh, boy.
So you imagine that now with 15-minute cities. And the people from Whitehall don't want the people from the council estate in Liverpool on their city, so they will have their own 15-minute city, and we'll suddenly get class levels of cities. That'll be the next stage. Sorry, rabbit hole. We're truly going down this now.
I'm living in a similar. Lunch is ready. I'm living in a similar circumstance right now. I live in an upper middle class small city, small town, and Seattle is so gracious enough to send us their homeless. The first half a dozen that they sent us 6 months ago were sober, and they were no problem.
Yeah.
Recently, I saw 3 new additions. I saw 3 new additions that Seattle was so gracious enough to send us. One guy wears a sleeping bag around the town. The other 2, one guy has his hands in his mouth and has crazed eyes, and the other guy is a complete meth head. So similar circumstances where they're sending their unwanted to us. And I have to live with that every day.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It really is. It's scary.
And you've no control over that, essentially, of how often that occurs.
And those 3 people that I saw with my own eyes were mentally unbalanced, and they're unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to do,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh yes, I live in a city. I see it all the time. Mike, for info, I used UK-UP link to water. I found a natural spring 1/4 mile from me. Brilliant resource. Yeah, glad. Make sure you go and don't forget the map on the site is boreholes and wells over time. Some of them might have been 1800s and stuff like that. It means essentially there's still something there, but they could have built a housing estate on top. So don't just look at the map.
Brilliant.
Thinking, yeah, I'll go there. Make sure you go to that location and scout it out, because I went to 3 round me and 1's accessible, 2 aren't. So make sure you check it out.
Great idea, guys. But I gotta go. My little wife was in there cooking her arms off, so I'm not gonna miss. Yeah, I was gonna put, if she didn't make breakfast or something, I was going to put her in a hot air balloon and send her to Afghanistan. So she got away with it today. So.
I wonder
how lucky she is. Cheers, Bob.
See you, Bob.
Cheers. Yeah, goodbye, guys.
I wonder if he's going to end up with a what do you call them?
You need to write your thoughts down, Norfolk.
A rolling pin? A rolling pin, maybe.
A rolling pin.
Rolling pin.
He'll end up with a rolling pin flying in his direction.
That's an exercise for you this week, Norfolk. When you have a thought, write it down. Then you've got it in front of you. Then you can just read it out loud.
I sort of dropped myself in it at work by not doing that.
They're currently rolling out 15-minute cities in Oxford, aren't they? Yeah, essentially Oxford's done. It's already that. It is, in my opinion. But there was images going around of it split up into zones and stuff like that. But essentially, it sounds good, right, John? 15 minutes walk from anything, doctors, leisure, work. It sounds good. It's an easy sell to the public, right?
It sounds good. Unfortunately, if the whole point of 50-minute city is you're sort of self-contained, so your work and your leisure and your eating out and all that sort of thing is all within 50 minutes walk. What happens if the whatever industry it is, light industry, office work, whatever, collapses or closes? You've suddenly got a population that aren't anywhere near any employment.
They'll all be civil service jobs, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think so. Civil service are getting purged.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, and it's but
if the government's going to subsidise them, so that
course they are. The government loves people on benefits.
Yeah. See, well, that's my argument for a universal income, like they do in Scandinavian countries.
But yeah, so that'll be their argument for a centralized digital currency.
Yep.
You want to claim UC? You want to claim job seekers? You want to claim any of this? You must have a digital ID.
And you got to work there.
Yeah, and this is what you're going to do. And here's your office job for your benefits. So it's coming. It's coming. Well, let's
didn't we have that
Euro Millions tonight.
Didn't we have 50-minute cities in the Industrial Revolution? Aren't we just reinventing the wheel?
Yeah, essentially. I mean, because you had to be able to ride or walk to anything.
You didn't have a car. So if you worked in the woolen mill, you worked within 15 minutes. Yeah, you lived within 15 minutes work of the woolen mill.
Yeah, and many of the houses were built for the mills. I lived in Bolton, I've lived in Darwin, and it's all terraced houses where it wouldn't have been a family in a house. It'd have been 4 families in a house. It'd been a family in a room kind of thing, you know. So
outside toilet down the end of your yard and all that sort of thing. Yeah,
there you go. Not that damn dirty indoor plumbing stuff. Can you send them back to Seattle? He would. I'm sure he would if he could.
I would love it to go back to the horse and cart. Sorry, the horse and cart times.
House and carts.
Horse and cart times.
Would you really though? Would you really? No, I see. I love the romantic idea of it, but I don't think the Wild West is going to be the streets of Manchester and stuff like that. And when you've cycled a long distance and when you've walked a long distance, you suddenly appreciate what people did have to do back in the days when there wasn't any of that technology. I would never wish for that time again. I've been to the site. I'm going back to test the water. Oh, nice. Excellent.
The well.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. Should mention that on the Discord as well. So it's a nice win for the UK Prepper Network. Only a gold coin. Has it gone up now? Okay. Still wouldn't be able to get a doctor's appointment. But you would. But you would, because they're engineered population to doctor ratios.
Don't forget,
if you're really sick, you'll just be put into that 15-minute city nobody talks about, where there's no food, doctors, water, or anything. It's called Carousel. We'll send you there.
Whiskey Jack, love you too, mate.
What's going on? My daughter is a hospice nurse and travels the whole of Nottingham and Nottinghamshire. How would this work for her? Well, it wouldn't. This is the idea. I mean, we're a long way off this being any sort of reality, guys. Just get that through. You know, it's an experimental thing, but every time I'm seeing new stuff being built near me, it's never just houses. It's never just shops. It's now everything all in one. So,
I mean, I've seen housing estates being built, and part of the stipulation is that they must build a school for it, because there's, 1,000 new homes is going to have 2,000 new kids, and there's just not the capacity anymore. So,
yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. Mill towns were built to captivate the workers. Yeah,
definitely. There's a great film. Series. It was about the start of of football, and that was all mill workers and stuff like that. You're chuckling away to yourself, and I don't know.
I'm reading the chat. None you thinks I'm stoned.
Norfolk's only 10 years from horse and cart. I can say that. I'm Suffolk. That's true. After World War III blast and EMP effect, we'll go back to the horse and cart. I mean, yeah, if you're forced to it, obviously. But yeah, it's not something we'd choose, is Paulstone.
No, that would be a last resort. Horse and cart.
Old people 15-minute cities. Yeah, we'll have OAP versions of 50. A 15-minute city for some old people would be like, it'd have to be next door because that's how long it'd take them to get there. Central planning makes me cringe. Security to aisle 2. All the Kentelment cake he eats. There you go. I'm just looking at this Running Man. I can't believe they've remade Running Man.
Yeah,
I'm really
if you
disappointed.
If you watch the Arnie film, you'll know what it's all about anyway. So you'll have the spare capacity to look at what's in the background of each scene, and it's quite scary. As a concept. A friend of mine went to hire a car at Hertz the other day, and he got declined because he failed the AI. What's it called? Had a fancy name. Anyway, he gave his driver license over. He gave his RFID card over, and the guy put it in the scanner. And this AI machine said, "We don't know who you are." And the guy at Hertz agreed that his name was correct, his date of birth was correct, his address was correct. That all correlated, but the AI machine refused him for some reason. It would not disclose, and the Hertz guy would not give him the car.
Okay, so we are literally got to the stage of Little Britain. Computer says no.
Literally, he says our company policy is. I can't remember the name of it now. I'll have to try and find it. It's a real thing. Just give me a second.
Wow, that's ridiculous. Horse and cart, oh posh, wouldn't even be able to afford a 3-legged donkey. I'm with you there, Purple. I'm with you there. What's in your everyday carry?
Wallet, some keys,
multi-tool. My wallet used to be till I lost it.
A non-locking about 1.75-inch blade.
This is what's replaced my old Leatherman, because my old Leatherman had locking blades on, so that's pretty much what I carry around.
Yeah.
Right, Nexus Lexus it's called.
Nexus Lexus.
Yeah, Nexus NEXIS Lexus LEXIS ID check. And it agreed that all his data matched, but then it wouldn't tell him why he refused him.
That's weird. Oh, good news for the network. So many people have kicked off about this digital ID with Discord that they're not doing it right now.
Yeah, so I read about it earlier.
Back. Yeah. So that's good.
Because a lot of people, like on Xbox Live chat, they're actually refusing to do the ID verification thing, so they're just downloading TeamSpeak and using that instead. No verification needed.
Yeah. There won't be an OAP cities, as they would have amended the Rights to Die bill to be a Euthanasia Act. Yeah, I'd send them to Carousel, like I say. There's over 1,000 new homes built hereabouts, most in Longridge growing, but no new schools or businesses, just 9 miles to Preston or Blackburn. Interesting. Green Party win equals expect fuckery to follow. The country has come too low for my liking. Oh, I don't even.
Yeah, because what was it? The Green Party won someplace, Reform come second, then came Labour, then the Conservatives.
It's just the world's upside down.
So Lexis Nexus is called. So the L is first. Nexus Lexis provides comprehensive, multi-layered and automated tools to verify individuals' identities, reducing fraud and speeding up onboarding. These services blend physical data such as credit checks, credit reference agencies with digital behavioral biometrics, including typing patterns and device usage to authenticate identities in real time.
What's that in English?
That's scary. Basically, it'll know exactly what your online presence is, what you've been doing, who you've been talking to, even the way you type, and it'll decide whether you're worthy of being given a hire car or whatever, a bank loan or mortgage in the future.
We're screwed in.
That's really scary.
Yeah. I think the older "are you human" checks on websites are going to go out the window because soon the AI is going to be more advanced than the humans. Wow.
They'll
My
probably.
rucksack with my art supplies is heavier than most fellows' actual bug out bags. Nice.
Yeah, probably.
I have had no YouTube adverts all evening, then commented I was female in advert fashion. Well, to be honest, you shouldn't get adverts on this stream because it's technically monetized, but it'll be on the replay because it's set to manual. So I'd have to go in and click play advert for you all to see an advert, which I don't do. So hopefully, if you're just seeing them, they're just the stupid ones at the bottom. If voting made a difference, they wouldn't let us do it. That's the old conspiracy, but I'm afraid I don't agree with this one. I think it's that mentality that let Labour get in. Because people are like, oh yeah, well, it won't make a difference. If 30 million people think it won't make a difference and all of a sudden go and vote, it will make a difference.
What was it? Less than 45% voted, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. You have not had any ads. Oh, no, I shouldn't have. That's cool. Peter.
I keep meaning to alter my bug out bag and whatnot. What do you think I should basically have in it, Mike?
A sink, a pigeon, 3 cans of Coke, and a butt plug.
A dragon hat.
And a dragon
butt
hat.
plug.
Yeah. Listen, right. So the reason I'm answering like that is because I have no idea where you're bugging out to, how far you're going, what's your mode of transport, how many days are you expecting to be in the field, and etc. So you need that's the question you need to ask.
That's why I'm asking you, because you've built. I'll rephrase that. You have made multiple ones for different scenarios. That's why I'm asking for your advice.
What's your scenario? Tell me your scenario. Well, how far? What's the furthest distance you've got to get home from?
About 5 miles.
5 miles. So your scenario is 1 day. I wouldn't bother. I would make sure I've got a bottle of water, a couple of energy bars, spare socks, and a pair of trainers, and a poncho. That would be it, in a super lightweight bag. Because over 5 miles, that's a day. That's less than a day's walk, hike, run, depending on how you're getting back.
Yeah.
To then overload yourself with tents and gear and stuff like that, you will automatically make that 5 mile walk into what feels like a 3-day hike. So travel light, good trainers, good socks, something if it rains. That's it. And just energy bars, like low power energy bars. So I had some here. Oh, the gels. You know the gels?
What gels?
The energy gels like footballers have.
Are they the ones that are in the 24-hour army rat packs?
Sort of, but they're powder where you've got to mix them. The gels, you can go in like B&M Bargains or anything and just go and have a look where the energy, like the work gym stuff is. And it's just a gel sachet. They'll last about 2 years sealed anyway. And you just squeeze it in. It's like berry flavored and it's like having a full energy drink in one. So yeah, just a couple of them. But genuinely, if you've got a 5 mile get home, don't start packing a bag like your Bear Grylls because you really don't need it. So I carry spare pair of trainers in the car if I'm wearing formal
So
shoes.
are we
things like that.
talking get your home bag? Or are we talking bug out bag?
Well, it was to get 5 miles. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, are you talking bug out bag as in having to leave your home, or get your home bag as in having to leave your car?
Well, if it was a bug out bag, that would be. I've actually got a place that is less than 3 miles away where I
Okay.
could bug out to.
Right. But what's that place? Is it a family friend place? Is it somewhere you've pre-stocked? Is it,
I
you know,
have
it
to
the
be a
Radisson?
little
Yeah,
descriptive here.
Be cautious.
Yeah, I will just say it is from about the 16th century.
Okay, cryptic castle.
Yeah, no, it's not.
no. Okay, all right. So regardless of what it is,
Yeah,
I think what
Has it
John's
already got
asking
stuff
is,
there?
yeah, what
no
what's
stuff there
available?
whatsoever.
So
Right,
why are
okay.
you going there?
There is a small river within like a couple of 100 meters of it.
Right. So I used to. I'm a trained interviewer. We'll call it, Paul. Why are you going to that location?
Because of the water situation there. It's pretty close to.
So strategic reasons. You
Yeah.
you see it as a strategic point.
Yeah,
Okay. So what's your plan for food and shelter when you get there?
shelter would require a army tarp to go over the top.
Right. That's the first thing in your bag then.
With regards to the food situation, I would just raid the farmer's field that's about 50 feet away.
What if
In
there's nothing
November.
there? What if it's a failed crop?
In November.
Mm.
So you might want to take some food, at least maybe 2 days worth of, lightweight rations. So you got time to make a plan to get food.
You mean like 3 or 4 24-hour rat packs?
Yeah, it would have to be 24-hour rat packs because they're actually quite heavy. They're designed to be delivered by vehicle.
Wet meals are only good like for short term stuff like that.
Yeah.
How are you getting there? How much space have you got? Because by the sounds of it, you're choosing a strategic position and you're going to have to transport as much as impossible there because there'll be nothing to begin with.
Mm.
So if it's vehicle, is it on foot?
It could be on foot, but it could also be a motorbike that is loaded up.
Right, so you need a bug out motorbike.
I've got one already.
You
Okay,
need
great.
lots of freeze dried.
Yeah, freeze dried and panniers and a tank slapper bag. That sort of thing. But
Yeah.
so the rule of three, you familiar with the rule of three?
No.
Okay, so 30 seconds with a catastrophic bleed, 3 minutes without oxygen. So someone's strangling you, 3 minutes. Okay.
Right.
And what's the next one?
It's 30 days without 3 days without water, 30 days without 3 days without water.
Before that, 3 hours without shelter, isn't it? 3 hours.
3 hours without shelter, 3 minutes without oxygen.
Yeah.
So
next one is shelter. So you got your tarp in your bag already. That sorts out your shelter.
days without food. I'm sure it's 3. It's not 3
It's
weeks.
3 days without water. So if you've got a water source, you need to have some way of purifying it.
That's sorted.
Okay, good. And then you what?
Because I've got a couple of them gravity
Sawyers.
that are attached to a bag or a container type of thing.
like a gravity bag. Yeah, you put the bag above the filter and it drips through.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a way of purifying your water. You need some, probably need to put in a little fire kit.
Got that sorted.
Okay, great.
Small,
so then the next
small camping stove.
Right. So you need, yeah. What was that? 3 months without sweet loving. It's true. 3 months without social interaction is the last one. Yeah. Right. So your main, sounds to me like your main problem is food. If so, you need to have at least, I would say, 3 days food, because that at least gives you enough time to think about how you're going to get food.
Mm.
So is it possible for you to put a cache there somewhere nearby? Don't have to answer, just have a think about that. If this place is only 3 miles away, you're probably better staying at home until you have to leave, to be honest.
Mm.
Or if you've got multiple people and you see it as genuinely a strategic place, it would be a case of shuttle runs and loading kit into there. But I
Yeah.
mean, just bear in mind, things with many entrances also have many exits and many windows and many places to defend. So it's
This
not always...
this place has no roof on, but the walls and whatnot have stood for over 600-700 years.
Of course. But I did 2 days at the on the island, the Castle Island, with Brian and Alan.
And fell over.
And
It
fell
was
over.
more comfortable to be in a tent outside of the grounds than it would have been inside the walled grounds with no roof on. It's a wind and weather trap and stuff like that, and there's pools and things like it. It just, so just it's the practicalities of it without the roof would worry me.
And also, you got to bear in mind, if it's attractive to you as a strategic position, it's going to be attractive to other people.
Yeah.
That's
Plus,
come on, he's like, you've thrown all my plans in the bin.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it ain't grumpy.
What was you saying?
He's just naming a place. No, it ain't.
Oh, okay.
It's not Castle Rising.
Right, but I mean, yeah, everything's personal. So no matter what John says, what I say to you here, you've got to do that risk assessment yourself. You've got to go there, you've got to spend time there, and we really, I mean, we had a bit of a live when we were at the island, which you saw for a bit, but other than that, once the cameras are off, we were talking for a good 3 or 4 hours between the three of us of the practicalities of staying on that island where that castle was. And the conclusion was it would be an extremely difficult ask, even with enough kit transported there for families and stuff like that. So things like what you're talking about, abandoned castles, it's always like a good romantic thing for movies and stuff like that. But unless you could pre-get it, if you could buy an old castle and pre-stash stuff and do some work on it and get it ready, brilliant. But just to go there, you'd be better off, Paul, finding somewhere that was a managed castle with a roof, with windows, that is a tourist attraction right now. Because without rule of law, they wouldn't be opening that tourist attraction. Nobody would be going to work, and there'd be no security on it.
There is actually one less than 5 miles from me, and Grumpy's called it because there is an older, about 13th century castle abbey type thing with a great big moat around it.
This is it. But like John says, how many people are going to be thinking the same thing? So you've got to have a group, you've got to make sure you can secure it, or you've got to be willing to work with a lot of other people. But that would be a more attractive option to me than just an empty shell of what used to be a castle. Because the walls have stood for hundreds of thousands of years. Not hundreds of thousands, but for hundreds of years. Sorry, hundreds of years. Potentially, like some castles, like close to 1,000 years old and stuff like that. It's not had to deal with people living in it for a long chunk of that time.
Mm.
And when they were attacked, they were attacked with arrows and cannonballs and trebuchets. So would it stand modern weaponry? Would it stand the first stray grenade that went into the doorway? Who knows?
Probably not. No.
I think Paul, it might be an idea for you to come up with a few options and then give them a score for each category. So a castle would score a 9 for security, but a 0 for food availability. So you want something that's maybe a 6, 7 for security and a 5 or 6 for food. And then water. Okay, you got a stream there. It's a 10 for water, but what about accessibility or attractiveness to other people? Just think of your own categories and have 3 or 4 places and then score them.
I feel like we've stumbled across a show here, John, where we could invite preppers on, tell us your plan, and we'll tear
that's
it.
a good idea,
We'll
actually.
we'll tear it apart for you and then put it back together.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Why not do that, Mike, once a month?
I mean, I offer that service technically in Discord anyway. We're all there to advise each other. And I don't proclaim to be an expert. I'm sure John doesn't proclaim to be an expert in everything. Well, so we'd do that as a show just for a laugh if somebody wants to do it, or just to talk about it to get other people thinking. But generally, the best advice that people can get is from multiple sources. But yeah. Was it one of the Doomsday Prepper shows where at the end they rated everything? Security, 3 stars,
and they all got really offended.
Yeah. You're really good at canning, but you don't own a single rifle. You're gonna die in the apocalypse. You are just somebody else's fridge.
That's it. You're just prepping for someone else who's gonna come and take off you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. We have to get a ranking system going. Who wants to be next? Paul's going to die halfway to a castle.
Probably.
Is bugging not an option?
Bugging is an option. Where I am, you are talking half a mile from the hospital.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And plus, there are
half a mile.
Could be a good or bad thing.
It's going to be a center of bodies and smells.
Yeah.
But it also
the national power. If there's a widespread power outage, hospitals will attract people. So will police stations because they have backup power, and people will be going like this with their phones. I want power for my phones.
Buy new pants.
The power situation is 100% sorted.
Okay.
Right.
So think about, is it best under some scenarios to bug in and take steps to improve the passive security of a home rather than finding a castle to be secure in?
Well, there's only one way in and out of the house.
Looks like you're defending it then to the death.
I mean, there's got to be multiple ways out. So you can't call it a house if it's not got windows. So.
It's got windows and a roof.
There you go. Other ways to get out.
There you go. Have you got a glass breaking hammer next to one of those windows?
No, but I actually do have a baseball mitt and a baseball mat and a baseball in close proximity.
That'd go through the window if you threw it hard enough.
Yeah. So
that's for when the nephew come round.
So I mean, this is a genuinely concern for a lot of people in the UK. Is I'm going to defend my house to the death. No, you're not, right? If there's 30 guys at the door, do you want to put other people at risk? Do you want to put your family at risk? Do you want to put yourself at risk? How many times can you possibly pull that crossbow string back and think you're going to make a difference? So you've always got to have a get out. And some people live in a high-rise flat and stuff like that. That's not a write-off. You can get genuinely you can get rope gear that can go on the balcony and you can abseil down. You can spend less than a tenner and go and do an abseiling lesson at the local YMCA, stuff like that. You might never have to use it, and hopefully you don't. If you're on a not so high up, you can get the ladders that fold out and just drop out the window. Always have some sort of blanket and some way to break the window as an emergency exit. The blanket is to go over after you've broke it, so you don't get under the cut glass.
Yeah.
You know, you might not have your gloves handy, but always make sure you should never ever sit in a position where you've got one entrance and exit. Not for SHTF, for anything, for a fire, for home invasion during peace times, for anything going on. That's a single point of failure, which you never want as a prepper in any way. So, as a person, never mind a prepper.
Unfortunately, that's the way it's life has dealt it to me.
But create that option. You've got windows, so create that option. Have a plan in place to get out of one of those windows should you have to. Whether that includes ladders, ropes, anything. Bungee jump out the thing if you need to. Whatever you think is the best option, create that option for yourself. I'm not telling you to go and build a balcony. I'm not telling you to break the window in peace times. But if the fire is coming through that front door, you have to get out. So have something in place. That would be my main concentration if I was in
That's already sorted if the front is blocked.
That's fine. Yeah, as long as you've got that covered. That would be my main concentration there. In your own country, where do you run to? Where?
To the seaside, get in a boat and go out about
where do we run?
About a mile to the wind turbines.
Are you going to live on a wind turbine?
Yeah. You can just catch the fish all the time. Fishing off a wind turbine.
I mean, if you're talking about where do we run under siege as a country, we don't.
No.
We don't. You've got two options as far as I'm concerned. Conform, whether that's the illusion of conformity, or underground. It's your other option. And I don't mean literally going underground. I just mean living like an underground kind of resistance. That's the two options there. Unless you've got a boat and you can bug out.
Which I haven't.
I'm not a young man. I live just over an hour away. Always there. Great, isn't it?
And Stanton he's talking about.
All right, okay.
I've never been to Hunstanton. Is that in Norfolk?
That is, yes.
Is it?
Yeah. It's opposite Skegness.
Ah, okay.
In the Wash.
This is our homeland. We have nowhere to go. If you have won the Euro Millions tonight, Mel, you've got somewhere to go, mate. I'll be building our compound. I get the email in the morning. You've won the Euro Millions, and it's like £2.56 or something. Yeah,
you're jumping up and down. You email the boss, tell him to keep his job. You're going on a round the world trip and whatnot, and then you find out it's only about £3.30, and then you have to go back and eat humble pie and lick boots and whatnot.
I think I would check the amount before I did anything like that. Oh dear.
No, but if the Euro Millions did come up, I've already got a rough place to actually go where I could actually buy.
Go on then. Go on,
it is in the outskirts of Wales.
Oh, okay. I won £4.60 on the lottery tonight.
Oh, you lucky bugger.
Nice. Mine doesn't let me check until like the next morning or something.
Oh, I made up. I spent £10 and got £4.60 back. Bargain.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Mine just still says pending results.
Yeah, if you click on it, it will show you the result. click on my games or something like that. Anyway, right, I'm gonna have to turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah. Oh, cheers. You've just ruined my dreams for the night, John. I got one lucky star. That's your lot. That's your lot. No land, no bug out location.
Yeah.
Right, John's going. We're going to end anyway, so I'll take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone for joining us, and I'm going to quickly promote one last time the Scottish Prepper Meet, 28th till the 31st of August, 2026, Bush Reviews campsite. All the details for the tickets, just go to ukpn.org and then go to the shop through there, and it's on the homepage of the shop should you want to book on that. And also the charity this year is for Bradley Lowry Foundation, which is a charity very close to my heart. So if you get a chance, go and check out the links below to donate to that as well. Thank you for your time, Paul.
You're welcome.
Thank you, John, for joining me as well, and
No
everybody
problem at all.
else. We shall see you. I'll probably see you Sunday. So I'll probably see you Sunday.
Yeah.
Night all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.